I was criticised by Asmongold. So for those of you who live under a rock, Asmongold is a huge YouTuber with millions of subscribers, racking up millions of views per day. And guess what? He reacted to one of my videos. So in the great words of Obi-Wan Kenobi, a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. Right, so let me set the scene for you. I'm subscribed to Asmongold's channel anyway. So the other day I saw him upload a video, like literally the very moment it was uploaded, like 0 views. And I looked at the title and I thought, has he stolen one of my titles? And then I thought, no. That's just a coincidence. I must have just been onto something and picked a good title. And then I clicked on the video and the first thing I saw was my own face. And I thought, oh fuck. And I briefly panicked a little bit and my stomach dropped and everything. And I thought, oh my god, is he about to tear me a new one? Because I've seen him do that to other people before. To make it worse, as soon as I saw the video, I realised that the video he was reacting to was one of my slightly more bonkers uploads recently, where I went on a massive ADHD tangent about world history and I'd managed to link it back to gaming. Let's just put it this way. It's not the video I'd have picked. I wouldn't have picked it for Asmongold to react to. Oh dear. Just for clarity, the video that I'm referring to is my video that I uploaded quite recently saying, are we in a video game crash? I must say, I'm very proud to say that about 90% of the feedback that he gave when he was watching that video to me felt rather positive. And the constructive criticism that he gave as well was extremely helpful for me as a creator. I think one of the ways in which it was really helpful was the fact that he was someone who has never seen any of my content before, and I was getting his full honest reaction to my content in real time. Like I just said, as a content creator, that's invaluable. So unlike the fact that before the other day Asmongold would have had zero idea about me or my channel, I, on the other hand, have been following him for quite some time. So for me, I already have an understanding that I feel that he's quite an intelligent person and also quite up on what's going on in the world. So for the most part, he was quite agreeable with what I had to say with regards to the current state of gaming and also about the potential for another video game crash. The point he didn't agree with was when I correlated a game industry downturn with other historical downturns that coincided with pandemics. I had also said that the game industry should have predicted a downturn coming, as pandemics usually coincide with war and economic hardship. He seemed to latch on to the number of deaths that I was quoting for each of the pandemics. The point that I was actually trying to get to, rather than saying about the numbers of deaths, was actually that all of the pandemics of the past, including the one that just happened, ended up causing lots and lots of people to stop working, which led to economic issues. And that's something that has consistently happened throughout history. Don't get me wrong, I'm not looking at it as in Asmongold misinterpreted the point of my video. I'm looking at it that I could have and should have explained it better. Put it this way, I'm very much of the mindset that if you can't explain something to a 10-year-old, then you're not doing a good enough job of explaining it. Yes, overall, it was a very positive experience. A lot of his feedback was very positive. His constructive feedback as well, whether he did that knowingly or unknowingly, has been absolutely invaluable to me. So I'm very pleased with that as well. And also I got to see the reaction of his chat, which was running on the screen as well, which was very useful. I've been able to go through the comments section, and the videos had, at the time of recording, basically just under 600,000 views, so that's been brilliant as well. And off the back of the video as well, I've gained about 1,000 subscribers so far. So if you are one of the brand new subscribers over from Asmongold's channel, then welcome, it's nice to see ya. So apart from the fact that this happened, why was it so important? Well, if you've been following me for a while, then you'll realise that over the last few weeks, I've finally been able to diversify my content. And as outlined previously, I was hoping to reach a wider audience rather than sort of being stuck in the very tiny retro gaming bubble. Basically, my channel had grown to its maximum potential. So the fact that this early into the paradigm shift, that my content has already been spotlighted on a huge channel like Asmongold, to me, that is evidence that the shift in direction is working. Now, there's a lot of people who are going to be aware of my content who wouldn't have been even aware that I even existed just a couple of weeks ago had I not made this change and remained complacent, doing the same sort of, you know, rinse and repeat content for years upon years upon years that a lot of other complacent YouTubers do for a living. I think for a lot of people, the changes to my channel might feel like really quite sudden, but that's only because I suddenly have a load of extra free time because my youngest child is now going to nursery, which is giving me a lot more time to focus and improve on my craft. Something extra that I will quickly just say though is that to an extent, having children can hold you back because you must always put their needs first. My youngest child actually now going to nursery means that my whole day isn't revolved around running after little people and then having to do my work in the evenings. I've now got time in daylight hours to focus on what I need to focus on, which for me is amazing. I suppose what I'm trying to get at is that my work-life balance has now significantly improved just because of that one change. I'm able to get my work done at, for me, a healthier time during the 24-hour cycle than what it would have been previously. I've basically only been functioning as a full-time YouTuber over the last couple of weeks. I'm still learning my way through this and still learning to improve and get quicker at everything. So another part of why I've had this plan in the works for so long now but not been able to execute it immediately is partially down to the YouTubers that I speak to behind the scenes, where we exchange knowledge and ideas for just over a whole year now. Previously, I'd made the mistake of believing that the best course of action was to speak to people in the same sort of genre as you, at more or less the same sort of subscriber level as you, to be able to discuss analytics and ideas. But the truth is that you're asking for stagnation by doing that, because all you're going to end up doing is picking up on each other's bad habits and end up in an echo chamber of falsehoods and pick up on each other's anxieties and then perhaps not maybe step outside of the box because the general consensus might be that you shouldn't do that, when the truth is that you should be trying to do that. Now I'm in the very fortunate position of being able to speak to a very broad spectrum of YouTubers with millions and millions of subscribers and monthly views that literally blow my little tiny mind. The discussions that I get to have are on a whole other level, and now I have the time to dedicate to trying my best to become truly successful on this platform. The reason that I'm telling you this is because this isn't just a YouTube thing. This applies to all facets of life. If you want to learn, if you want to succeed, if you want to grow, then you need to be open to speaking to people outside of your bubble who are guaranteed to have much more knowledge and experience at their disposal, which would probably be overlooked in your own echo chamber. So going back to Asmongold reacting to my video, that's almost the equivalent of me getting a free consultation from an expert. I was able to watch his raw and real reaction to me and my content in real time, and the reactions of his chat and his comment section who are not familiar with me, who don't know my content. That is going to enable me to be able to improve my craft accordingly. To other people, it might just be a reaction video to my content, which it absolutely was. But for me, it was proof to myself that the change in direction on my content was the right thing to do, and now I've got a better idea of how to tighten up my content and improve it much better going forward. So if you've stuck around to this point in the video, then thank you so much. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and if you fancy having up to 90% off of a brand new game, then please visit my Instant Gaming affiliate link in the description down below. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one.